cosplayers, Chris here from Cosplay Vicar. Here to do, I want to do a little review. There's a lot of Ghostbusters reviews at the moment. I've realised there are a few Ghostbusters. I think as the movie's coming back out, I've been getting my costume back out, been doing some updates to my Proton pack. Comic-Con is coming up as well, so I'm just aware of that, and I'm just wanting to lift my costume a little bit for Comic-Con. So there will be a video coming from Comic-Con. Me and my son are going, Isaac, as Ghostbusters to Comic-Con together. So we'll make some video from that. But I did a review the other week of the Spengler Neutrino ones from Hasbro, and I really was not a fan of it. And I said I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't love it. And it was really interesting how much criticism I got for my honest opinion on it. And I'm scared of therefore doing another review of a Ghostbuster product, because potentially I think I won't dislike this one as much as I did that one. I think I just felt very let down when I opened it all up. But what I've got here is an old product, really. It's been around a long time. You can't really pick these up in the UK very easily, but I found this on Amazon. And what was really interesting was it's £25 on Amazon with free shipping, because I had an Amazon, American Amazon account and a UK Amazon account. I was able to amalgamate them and have something shipped from America to the UK through Amazon without paying for the delivery. So I got hold of this for about, I think it's £25, £26. It wasn't a great deal at all. So this is the Rubies Ghost Trap. Now I have my own Ghost Trap that I 3D printed, and I've got kind of some lights in here. There's no sound in here and there's no smoke or anything. I want to add smoke to this, but that'll be a future project. I love my Ghost Trap that I made from Ghostbusters 1. The entire thing is 3D printed apart from your nuts and your bolts and the switches and things to make it look real. So I was really pleased with that. But what I loved about the look of this was that this does make sound and it opens up and that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, hey, with my 3D printer, all the things that I think are incorrect with this, I might be able to 3D print and I kind of update it, weather it, and make it look more screen accurate. So that is what I am going to do. So I love the box. I love this is the new box. It's an old product in a new box. This is the range that they've been bringing out recently. The box is battered, and I know it came from the US, but it's split all over the place. If you were buying this as a present, I certainly wouldn't want to receive it like this. Everything about the box is battered, so I'm hoping what's inside is all good. You know what I mean? It's not broken. There's not a great deal in here apart from the trap and a pedal, and doesn't seem to have any stickers or anything. It's nothing. Really interesting. So, Ghost Trap, and it seems to be missing stickers, which I think, from my understanding, is that this doesn't come with any stickers. So, just put that down. The Ghost Trap should have stickers on here, warning stickers. There's little warning stickers on here. Now, already when you look at it, it's not screen accurate. There's a lot missing from it. There's a lot that should be here that isn't here. From covers on the screen here, there's a switch here. It's a little sliding switch, and it should be kind of a jogging switch. I'm not quite sure what you would call those kind of switches. But I have a load of those, so it'd be very easy for me to update them. So, look, it's not very screen accurate. Size-wise, it's very similar. In fact, nice, it's a little bit bigger than my trap, which is interesting. But I'm not worried that this isn't screen accurate. I didn't buy it expecting it to be. And that's interesting, isn't it? I think when I bought the Neutrino one, I expected a little bit more weight to it, whereas I'm not expecting that with this because it was so cheap that I'm not expecting it to be as screen accurate. But I know from lots of videos online, you can make this much more accurate. Now let's not say it's screen accurate, but it's much more accurate. Let's just try this out then. I think my gut feeling is to do a lot of updating and really go to town about it. Let me just try this. How long is it going for? There we go, interesting. So there's an on and off, and that was off and it was still working, so let me put it on. So if it's on, the lights are flashing. Extra ghost sound as well. Oh, that's Slimer. There you go. It's quite noisy when it opens and shuts, isn't it? So, compared to my 3D printed one, weight-wise, it is a little bit not quite as heavy, but actually I'm surprised by how it's still got quite a bit of weight to it compared. That is a bit loose, isn't it? The handle there is a bit loose. I'll have to do something about that. Well, I didn't buy this with any expectation that it was going to be screen accurate, so I'm not as disappointed as I am with the Neutrona one. I expected it not to be, but I have got a resin printer. So before I opened this, I've already been downloading and printing out, resin printing some of the updates that I'm going to make to this trap. I've also been collecting some of the metal parts that I might need to do some updating as well. That's not completely screen accurate either, but it's a lot closer to what we have on here. You see, you should have, in fact, I forgot what it's called now. This little bit, this little greebly here on the actual toy version, it's flat. It doesn't, it hasn't, it doesn't look realistic at all. So I bought myself a replacement. And funnily enough, the screw holes are about in the same place as there's the plastic bit there. So I'm gonna Dremel some of this off. I'm gonna Dremel off some of the buttons. I've got extra pieces that I've 3D printed. I want to move where the pedal goes into where it should go. And actually, my pocket here. Yeah, here we go. I've got myself kind of a connector. Which is going to go in here as well, so that actually the pedal will go through the connector, and then I'll put a bit of hose on there, probably extend this. So I'm going to do some extensive fiddling. So we'll come back when I've done that. I may film some bits in between. So I'm not as disappointed because I wasn't expecting it to be as screen accurate. You're noticing little things. I'm not saying that mine is screen accurate because I don't really know, because I printed mine from Charles. His name, Charles Dynamics. He's one of the tested guys with Adam Savage, and he put these files out. These were his. So I can't say that they were screen accurate either, but I'd like to think that we can certainly make this closer to this. I've got all the hardware to update as well. So here we go. This is going to take me a number of days. I will definitely be changing my clothing in it because it's going to go over a period of time. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on this, and then we'll return and see, maybe just before Comic-Con next weekend, where I'm up to. Am I even taking this with me? Is it worth taking it with me? So here we go. A little bit of an update. So here we have it, as far as I've got so far, and I'm going to keep modifying it, and I'll talk you through the changes that I have made. So I'll just walk through each side. The red bars that we have here, these are the ones that it came with, much thinner, slightly different shape. So I have a resin printer, so I 3D printed some new bars to go on the side. Dremeled out all the screws that were originally there, and I've put my own screws in. I've printed out some new labels to go on here as well. This is a resin knob that I 3D printed. So essentially on this side, that's what I've done. Painted this all silver, as a lot of people who modify this particular trap do. 3D printed myself a little plaque to go on the back. Now it did split on me, cracked down here when I was putting it on, but I decided I quite liked the cracked, like the kind of worn metal look. 3D printed myself, again with my resin printer. I like my resin printer because you don't have any print lines. Printed myself some knobs to go on here as well. On the other side, I've kept the battery cover as it was. It's a little bit bigger than it should be, but it kind of fits nicely, so I've left that. I dremeled off the particular metal part that was meant to go here, and I've replaced it with an actual working piece of electronics on here as well. Again, dremeled out all of the screws and actually put some proper hardware on here. Now the key change is this little piece here. On the original there was no metal plaque on there, and the knob was very different. Again, 3D printed on my resin printer, a replacement part here, put my new sticker on, and then just done a bit of a dirty wash on there. I haven't done lots of chips on this one because I wanted it to be dirty rather than old. So, but I may actually put some silver chips on here at some point. Now at the top here, I also 3D printed myself a new little cover to go at the top and put the 4 screws in here as well. I also added in a little red light, LED light here. Doesn't light up, but at least you can see it. And I've got all the working lights in here. The only thing that I've not quite finished yet is this light at the end. It should have a red cover on it. I don't have the right red cover that I want, so I've actually got that on order. And at some point that will arrive. And then I've just replaced it with a little bit of hose. I am going to print and build a bit more screen accurate pedal, but this is where I've got so far. I'll show you the inside. So when it opens up, you've still got the green lights inside, but I've actually put a bit of a metal grating on there as well. Eventually I'm going to paint the inside silver, but I quite liked the dark green. There we go. So I put a little bit of metal grate on the top, just so that where you're kind of looking from an angle, it looks electronic inside rather than just an empty box. There you go. So this is my Ghost Trap updated. I resprayed the entire thing from top to bottom, although I did like the yellow warning kind of stripes on here, the colour that they were, so I've kept those as they are. But there you go, that's as far as I've got so far. As you see, it is working, and I'm going to make a different pedal for it eventually as well. I don't know how much I would use this for trooping. It's a little bit delicate, but I love it as a little prop. It very much is that kind of sit on the side, show your mates, show them the Ghost Trap opening and that kind of thing. Where I am heading with it is I'd like to get some smoke in here, and I think I've got a little idea about how I might put some smoke inside. Next time you see this trap, it might be smoking, and it may have a different pedal on there as well. But there you go. There are my updates to my Spirit Rubies Spirit Ghost Trap. I love it, actually. I know it's just a toy trap. As people keep commenting on one of my previous videos, they're all toys. It's just big boys' toys and little boys' toys. But I've made a few little alterations to make me feel like this is a bit more screen accurate, and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. We're straight back from Comic-Con. We've been at Comic-Con today, so in the next week or two I'll be dropping a video from our little trip to Comic-Con today as Ghostbusters. But there you go. Until next time, enjoy cosplay. Do share, do like, and I'd love it if you might subscribe to the channel as well. It's great to get more subscribers for this kind of content.